Well, howdy. Nearly Senior Citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls. Welcome to this another brand new day. Yay, another brand new day. Definitely a good thing. A definite thumbs up. Let's start off with the Shelton, Washington weather, plague, rat, and spider report. And just as a quick reminder, if you look at a map of the United States, Washington State is right up here. We're the Pacific Northwest. It is divided up into 3 zones because we have a peninsula. It's almost 1/3 of it is split off. And the Puget Sound comes almost cutting it straight off down to the Columbia River that separates Washington from Idaho. And then the other 2/3 of it are split. You go over the mountains and then it's desert. Washington State is highly unusual that way. Definitely a thumbs up. Good thing. So anyway, the Shelton, Washington is just down at the bottom of that sound, slightly on the peninsula, just enough for businesses to say, well, you're on the peninsula, and it costs more to ship to the peninsula. That's why we're going to charge you so much more, because you're on the peninsula. Well, we're on the peninsula only in that we're like 10 miles over in this direction, and the peninsula's up that way. So, yeah. Anyway, though, Shelton, Washington, weather, plague, rat, and spider report, and I saw a weird tendon pulling on my hand, and it looked odd. So that's what I was suddenly distracted by. ADHD. Look, a squirrel. The weather looks nice-ish. I'm sure it's going to be gray. There's no sharp edges to anything out there. It's all diffuse. So it's going to be a day. Thumbs up. I don't hear rain. There's no wind. So, yay. Plague rat report. Well, I went walkies last night, of course. Most stuff was shut down. It was a Sunday night. Everything's closed. That wasn't even English. Everything closes down early on Sunday. So, I really can't talk. But most of the people that I saw, especially when I made it into the stores, were fine. And that's a good thing. And then on to the spider report. She's actually, the spider that's had to travel up to the top of the window is still there. And of course, my cat, being a cat, now that she's knocked everything out of the window, now that she's terrorized the spider into having to move, she spends most of her time sleeping in a different spot now. CA. But the other spider in the corner is still there and doing well. And there are still some mighty bugs. I don't see it here now. But last night before I went to bed, there was a big crane fly that was up on the wall. Came in through the open window. It's only open this far now, just that the kitty cat can get in and out. But it's, like a meter tall. So it's a meter in height and this wide. Then when there's light, that attracts bugs. So thumbs up for that. Whew. Out of breath. So that's the spider report and all that. There's a little spider down there. It's still doing well, and that's a definite thumbs up. And my wrist, of course, is still hurting now that that is over. I've been dealing with this for years and years. My hand was doing well. Lately, it hasn't. And when I say lately, I mean like over the past year, there has been some degradation in my recovery on this arm. I've also had degradation of other things throughout the rest of my body. Now, I don't know what's causing that. That's very disturbing, very bothersome. Is it just age? Is it advancing fibro? But I don't know why. But I had no real issues keeping my hand pulled back before. This past year, it's been drifting downward if I'm not paying attention. That's not good. That's not good. It could be because of contraction, so I'm always still fighting to keep this stretched. Oh, and there's so much pain. This arm causes so much pain and trouble. But last night, I was walking through Safeway. I am having more and more issues with just all of the scar tissue and nerve damage because right across the back of my buttocks, it felt like I had somebody taking 2 electrical cords that were just plugged into a wall and just bare wires and then just jamming them into my back right at mid-buttock, that, where the sciatic nerve runs down into your leg. And it was bad. It hurt. I was being shocked. And then coming back almost to my home. And suddenly I got spikes coming in through my left-hand side on the damaged part of my back down there, that it literally felt like, well, damage, horrible damage. Just, I would go, whoa, when it hit. And that's not good. That's all the nerve damage. Why is all of a sudden things getting worse on my nerve front? I don't know. And I certainly don't like it. Anything that cuts down on my mobility and ability to do things is bad. Such is life, though. Yay. On a small front on that one, though, just because I don't want to end on a depressing thing. There's a line from something that I can't remember exactly what it comes from, but I was thinking about this the other day as I was walking at night, and I had a pre-roll, and I was getting ready to light it, and I started laughing to myself when I remembered this one line that I can't remember what it's from, so I modified it for this situation, because it flicked into my head that way, and it was like, oh, I smoked myself into this situation. I'm gonna smoke myself out of it. How about that? That's the way to look at life, huh? Of course, I can't remember what it was from, but it was basically about sex, and it's about a guy who had bedroom gymnasticked his way into a very, very bad situation, and his view on it was, well, I bedroom gymnasticked my way into this problem. I'm gonna bedroom gymnastic my way out of it. And it's like, that's not really going to work. That's not how it works. Which is why it was funny to say, of course. Now that I've explained the joke, it's not funny at all. My sincere apologies. Anyway, though, I have been going walkies, and that's a good thing. I have also determined, because I had explained a couple weeks ago how usually I can go blasting through the train tracks, the 5 blocks of train tracks, pretty good. I mean, they're dangerous if you're not paying attention, but you can usually go pretty quick. But this one night, it's like I had to go a quarter speed because I was almost falling on my face all the time, and it was horrifying. Well, it depends on the track you're walking on. I forget. That section is very bad. There's the tracks towards the woods, and then there's the tracks that are more towards the road. That's the word, the thing that cars drive on. If you walk on this one, you're pretty safe, even with the lights off. Yes, if you can't see what you're walking into, you're going to get hurt. And I've been pretty damn lucky that I've blundered through spots where an inch off on either side and I would have gone down face first. But point being, you can do it. The other tracks, as I walked through in daylight looking at it, was like, yeah, that was the danger one, where half of it was just pits designed to kill you if you're not paying attention. So, yeah, don't walk on that one if you can't see. That's a good advice for life, is if you can't see the tracks at your feet, walk slower and pay attention. Thumbs up for that. Anyway, though, I've just been existing and doing things. One thing that I have been thinking about and trying to come to a realization, because I've been thinking about this for quite some time. I had been using Filmora 8 for almost 5 years now. Hokey smokes, that's a long time. And I've gotten a look and feel video-wise that for my vlog was because of that and the ease of use of it and what it could give you. But especially now that I've gone to Hit Film Express 15, I want to have a different not a different look. A different look, but the reasons are, it is a different thing, and just trying to mimic and make my videos look like they did with the other editor, that's not, what's the point? I need my own video expression, video identity. I think that's more what I'm trying to say. So instead of trying to mimic and copycat my videos so that they look exactly like they did before, I should be coming up with my own video identity now. So that's what I'm going to be trying to do. That's not even English. I cannot speak today. That is what I'm going to try and be doing. To give my vlogs and such now their own video identity, because it's a new editor and it has new capabilities and new things and hokey smoke. So there's a lot of power. I gotta do a lot of reading, which with my ADHD, fun. I have also, of course, been doing a lot of thinking about story stuff as I've been going along. I've thought a lot of stuff. Good old Sithowart Sid, who runs the Clown's Head Motel with the abandoned cemetery next to it. There's a nice little monologue that he gives to some friends after he's revealed who he is, and it's talking about he's friendly now, and he's resting, and he's going to rest for about 1 trillion years, and when he wakes up, he's basically going to make the universe suffer. All of creation will suffer for having the audacity to having existed. And the cacophony of screams and suffering and death will be loud enough to flay the very flesh from the bones of reality, and he will still demand and receive more. But for right now, there's no need. There's no need for that. Just, he's got a motel to take care of. He's got that abandoned cemetery to curate. A lot of dusty bones out there that need taking care of. Right now, there's no need. People are trying to sleep. Later on, but not right now. So it's bad. Sithowart is not a good individual, though he's nice enough now. And then, of course, I am still working on various stuff in the bone-hurting juice universe, which, if you haven't heard about this one, it's just tied in with the whole cosmic horror stuff. And it's a world where, for whatever reason, the main characters discover that there's a potion shop that sells bone-hurting juice. And you drink it, and it makes your bones hurt. And everybody in that village comes in and buys it and drinks it, and the main characters end up just drinking it, and yeah, it makes your bones hurt. So bad at first that they can't even do anything but just writhe on the floor in agony. But they keep drinking it. Every time it wears off, they drink another one. It's gotten to the point that one of the main characters, Scarbat, an Ilvandry, which is kind of a dwarven character. They live on the surface, but they're basically dwarves. He's already drank 1 bottle of bone-hurting juice, and he's staring down at this other bottle and calling himself a fool. From the other room, he can hear the dwarlin, Meliandor, weakly calling out to him, "Scarbat!" But he's busy trying to figure this out. Is he fool enough? Is he brave enough? He figures he can do it, so he drinks the 2nd bottle of bone-hurting juice, and it's then that he begins to question whether or not he should even be living. He thought his bones hurt before. Oh no. Oh no. That was just a gentle prelude to the agony he suffers standing there with 2 bottles of bone-hurting juice going through his veins, and gravity, the unsupported section of bone between muscle, And the tug of gravity on that, and the sheer agony. Oh. So I've also opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab, and I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people for having left me a comment. I'm not reading the comments right now. I'm just thanking you for having left a comment. If I mispronounce the username, no disrespect is intended. I'm an American English speaker, and even though I count American Sign Language on the fingers of this hand with my depression, fibro, ADHD, and more, I'm lucky that I can remember anything at all sometimes. So let me call out my Chrome. We have... I really do not know how the name is pronounced. I do not understand the language. I'm very sorry, but thank you very, very much. It is appreciated. Tommy Nelson, greatly appreciated. Kevin Arc, ARCE, thumbs up and thank you. Jesse Rivera, greatly appreciated. Fernando Morales, thumbs up. Two-Tone Spork, thumbs up and thank you. Andrew Olavas, thank you very, very much. We have Zaxio, greatly appreciated. There is Hogan Drumgool, that's a heck of a name, and thumbs up. We have Nate Joy, thumbs up and thank you. Ariel Gonzalez, thumbs up and thank you. Stefan Oppenheimer, thumbs up. Made in Canada, greatly appreciated. Connie, thumbs up and thank you. We have Stephen Leon, hello. And then there's Sean Vilar, thumbs up and thank you. Colin Reisenauer, greatly appreciated. Jake Hodder, thumbs up. Dr. Medden Raisin, I hope I pronounced that correctly. Thumbs up and thank you. Tommy Nelson, thumbs up. Combined with an underscore, greatly appreciated. Sebastian Ferris, thumbs up. Christopher Thomas, greatly appreciated. There is AYY Lamau, thumbs up and thank you. And then last but not least, Russian Timing, greatly appreciated. Each and every one of you. You get me out of my head, into the world, dealing with real people, and that is appreciated. I have biochemical depression, so it comes on whether I like it or not, and getting out of the echo chamber of that depression with other people's thoughts. Thank you so much. It is appreciated to no end. If you could check out my various links down below, I have Twitter, Facebook, Patreon.com. If you could become a Patreon.com patron like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. And if you'd like to help me out without becoming a Patreon.com patron, I have a PayPal link down below where you can send cash. And if you'd like to help me out without sending money, I have an Amazon wishlist link as well with things like cat food and hamster bedding, silly things, not silly things. So you can check it out. That'd be very cool. Now, do not feel obligated. I do not feel entitled. And if you cannot donate or you simply do not donate, I take all good wishes and I deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest. So thank you very much. If you could toss me a like, I appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence. Definite thumbs up. And if you could hit the notification bell down on the subscription button as well, that would be cool. You don't have to. I don't even know if it works or what it does. I don't use it myself. So it's definitely an option. Well, son of a gun, I have this video, I have the second half of a Minecraft video to edit and render and then upload for the rest of the day. Hopefully I'll actually get something recorded tonight too, so I don't have to do it in a rush tomorrow. Thumbs up on that. Past that, do not disappoint the lobster hat wearing duck head of judgment. It suffers from a surplus of scorn. It is eager. Not eager, it is ready, though close to eager, to cast that scorn upon any who disappoint it. Please do not disappoint the lobster hat wearing duck head of judgment. It suffers from a surplus of scorn. And, extremely important, Black Lives Matter, damn it. I may be white as snow and suffer from privilege and have that privilege that others don't, but just because I have that privilege doesn't mean that others shouldn't have privilege as well. No one should be murdered in the streets. Black Lives Matter. As clumsily as I will say it extemporaneously, Black Lives Matter. And justice for everybody, the jackbooted, brown-shirted fascist thugs in police uniforms, as they brutalize Americans in their homes and on the streets, as well as around the world. Yay. Not the police, but everybody else. Imperialism, colonialism. I'm ranting. So, I'm irritated about the whole political thing today, so my apologies. Please wear a mask. Wash your hands. Try not to touch your face. Practice your social distancing. Stay at home unless you absolutely have to go out. We gotta get through this. We gotta get through this. So you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, my friend, and that is a very good thing. Take care, and no matter how I may rant, be as good as you can.